Hey Blueberinos, it's Kali with Kali's.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make a really easy spring berry wreath that can be used actually all year long. If you've ever seen the gorgeous red berry wreaths at Christmas time, we're going to make our own version that you can use all year long. You guys, if you want to know more about our design school class and when it opens up twice a year, just text us the word LINK, L-I-N-K. Text us to 832-734-5201. Text us and we'll send you directly back all the information about getting in our design school class. And what we're going to do today is, it's simple recipe. This is a 14-inch wreath base, and then we're going to use 2 greeneries. You can pick any greenery. I picked a smaller leaf. This is a mini boxwood, which I think is super cute, and it's kind of a muted green. And then we're going with a cream berry, so we can use this all year long. You will need a little bit of Spanish moss. We're using our light green Spanish moss here to cover up any mechanics. And of course, our electric glue skillet. So it's a little glue pot that we use to put glue in so we can easily rock and roll, okay? Now I'm going to take my wreath off to the side really quick. We're going to prep our materials. We actually used 3 berry stems, guys. I'm sorry, 3. I'm going to take this, and the berries are really easy to prep because you just take and pull them. I like to carry products that are wrapped in paper like this because they're super easy to work with. Just pull them, take the little papers off, and you don't have to do a lot of cutting. I've had a couple hand surgeries from over cutting, so I make sure that we try to eliminate as much cutting as possible. We don't want too much of that paper on the stem, so trim it off. I'll trim this one, and then we'll just put that in the garbage. And what I need to do is take, that one's fine, but I'm going to take and cut these wires just a little bit shorter and make them neat and clean. Just give them a little haircut here. Trim all those off, and there's all of our berries. And so that's easy. Now let's prep our greenery. Here is our greenery bush, and I'm going to take each of these and just nip them off. I like to just nip them as long as they'll go. Okay, and these cutters, we get a lot of questions about them. These are mini bolt cutters. Okay, I'm going to trim those off, and there's all my greenery. Okay, so we've got our greenery and our berry. Now you can do this in any color for any season, of course. I'm picking a 14-inch grapevine, but you could go even smaller if you wanted. Now what we've got to do first is create our perimeter, and I like to take some of the largest pieces of the greenery. We're going to need 4. Okay, I'm going to get 4. This one's a little bit bigger, so we'll probably make that one smaller. 4 that are the same. So, oh, that's a big one, that's a big one. You can even sort this out ahead of time. Okay, so I've got 2 really long ones. I'll put it over to the side because we'll probably cut those in half. All right, once you pick a direction, you're going to stay with it, meaning I'm going to go around this way. So once I do that, I'm going to stick with it all the way around. So we're going to put this piece in, and I'm going to kind of go towards the center here and just place it in. And I'm going to make sure I'm going into the grapevine, okay? And then I'm going to grab a little bit of moss. Anywhere I can see glue, I'm going to cover it with moss. Okay. Then I'm going to put one over here on this side. We're going to start to get some spacing started on our design, okay? And don't put them real close because we want to kind of pattern out. And if you get 4 pieces in, then you can start to kind of go between them. All right, so I'm just giving it a swirl in my glue right here. And we're going to stick with that direction. So once you pick a direction, you can see I continue to go around with it. All right, that's easy. Everybody can do that. Getting a good amount of glue on. And I'm just pressing it in. Okay? Good. Our 4 first pieces are on. Fantastic. And anytime I have glue, I'm hitting it with a little bit of my Spanish moss. So that big bag of moss we sell lasts a while because you only use a little bit at a time. Okay, very good. Now I'm going to come in between those with whatever my shortest pieces are of the boxwood. So I'm going to take my... So I'll need 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces to go in between. 2, 3. Let's see. Hopefully I've got 4 short ones. I do. 4 short ones. I'm going to put that off to the side. And now we're going to come just directly in between. And I'm going to stay kind of towards the front of the grapevine. There you go. If you can't see the glue, you don't need to cover it. But if you can see any... Oh, I can see some here. I thought I was good, but I see a little bit here. Later, once you get some layers in, you'll find that covering the glue is even easier. Okay, good. All right, we're rocking our way around. Going in between each of the two sections. Now, listen, guys, we're popping berries in here, but you don't ever have to buy your own greenery wreaths again if you don't want to. You can make them out of whatever greenery you like. I mean, we're known on Cleese.com for so many different greeneries. Pick one out. I'd probably get 4 bushes just to be safe. And you can make your own lush, gorgeous wreaths. Look how pretty already. My gosh, guys, pop a bird's nest in, you're done. You're done. Throw a bow on it. All right, so I am going to add just a little bit more now. Remember how I said I'm going to take those long ones? I'm going to take these longest pieces and I'm going to divide them into little short guys, okay? Right here in the center. Just make a cut and then you have 2. So let's do that real quick. Alrighty, 1 and 2. Okay, now I'm going to take these, and going back to where our original ones were, our first 4, I'm just going to go right behind that one. And then I'm going to come a little bit to the center right now. Okay, our original one was here. I'm going to go right behind it. So I'm going to add a little bit of depth to the center and a little fullness there. Our original one, I'm going to go right behind it, and then one more over here. Don't worry about if it's not perfectly even. We can get one more over here. Once we put the berries in, we'll fill in with another layer. All right, there you go. There you go. Guess what? Berry time. Let's get on with the berries. So here is our 3 stems of berries, and we're going to take these, and you're going to start to couple them 2 berries at a time. Okay, like this. I'm going to hold it like a pencil and swirl it in my glue, and then we're going to come in. And I'm going to go in 4 places again. So 1, and I'm kind of staying towards the middle. There's 1. Here comes 2. Y'all, the dogs are going nuts. Such a pretty day. I was letting them be outside, but now you know why they can't be outside. They have to stay in until Mama's done videoing. 2. Okay. And we'll do 3 and 4. So just like we did our original greenery. Now I'm just trimming down the wires a little because they get so, they're a little bit longer than we need. So these berries are staying towards the center to start us off. And I love that you guys could use purple. You could use bright pink. Oh, can you imagine in the fall the oranges you could pick out? Oh my gosh, you could go to town. All right, let's bring this one. Put it in here, and I'm just pressing it into the wreath. Okay, looking good. And I've got a little bit gappy over here, but that's okay. We'll fill it in a minute. Now I'm going to go between each one of these, in between, and we're going to go longer with the berries now, longer. Okay, so don't trim them as much. I'm going to take 2, straighten them out, and we're going in between each. We're going to go a little bit more out to the outside. All right. So there's 2 going in. And now instead of going to the middle, going to the outside. How cute. This is super cute combo, guys. So in between this section. So once you get your spacing done, it's really going to help you create the look you want. Okay, come into the outside. One over here. Between our 2 berries we put in. All right, take these 2. Let's put them in the next section. Right here. And you just work your way around. Now, anytime you can see the glue, you've got your moss to cover it, so don't worry. All right, here are these 2. I hope you're getting inspired to create your own. I hadn't even thought about, how about at Halloween? You could use just some bright colors. Just go to town. So much fun. Okay, I can see my glue on that one. Come back with my moss and cover it. All right. So we've got our first few layers done. All righty. Now, what I like to do is go between each now of the longer ones you just put in. So these out here, we're going to go between each of those, and we're going to kind of stay more to the middle. So I'm going to take and Trim them a little bit shorter. We got them nice and short. And we're going to come into the middle. And don't worry if you have, see how I had to move that greenery out of my way? No big deal. We want it to look layered. Okay, so between these two, I'm going to go between. So we're really getting that lush berry look now. There's two. Now you can, I haven't been rotating the wreath here because I want you to be able to see where I'm putting them. But if I were just making this, I would probably be rotating it every time just to work right in front of me, okay? So know that that's totally normal. I just am trying to help you get the placement. Okay, we're going to go in between these two long ones. So every time you put two in, then you know you're going to go between them. Yeah, right there. That looks good. Let's keep on going. Here's two. So now I'm going to go between these two. Out to the perimeter. Yes, that looks great. And we know we're going to have to add a little bit more greenery over here to fill it in a little bit more. That's why we have those others there in reserve. Push that in. All right. And when you cluster the berries and every time you use them, you're using two, that helps you get better, more even coverage. So use that tip as much as possible you can in your designs. Always clustering your flowers even when you're bringing them back into your project. All right. Now I'm going to add a little more berries right in here just for fullness. I've still got some more left. And we'll just work around. Now on your project, you're going to have to take a look and see where you might have holes and fill in. You know, definitely pick it up, take a look at it, move it around. Gosh, this is so cute. You guys can make these in smaller versions for candle rings. You can totally just make them to go on top of pedestal candles. This is a wreath we're making for a door, but you can imagine all the ideas you could have. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more to the center just to kind of fill out the center right here. And now when you do your project, you're going to have to just look at it and say, okay, that looks like I need a little bit more white there. And I'm always telling my design school students, when you get done, take a step back from the wreath or your project, squint, and you can see where the color blocks are. And that'll help you know what you might need, where you might need to add a little bit more. But I'm trying to get the white really nice and solid here in the middle. I'm even going to separate these two. Okay. That's easy. You got it. I know you got it. Now, let's come back in. What we're going to need to do is add in the rest of the boxwood to fill in any holes. And so I need a little bit right up here. And you notice we stayed with the same direction every time, everywhere, every place. We did not change direction anywhere. Once we created a flow, like we stayed with it. All right, I need a couple more pieces out here just to fill this in. So I'm going to layer that. Maybe one more right here. And then I'm going to cut the other two pieces up and we're going to fill in. Yeah, that looks, oh, y'all, it's so gorge. So gorge. And you can buy more of any greenery to make it more lush. But if you make your stuff to sell, we know we've got to watch how much we're using because then we keep adding dollars to the finished price, right? All right, and don't be afraid to bend to get the flow you want. And if you want to make it the other direction, you can. Now I'm just filling in holes, and you see I cut it short so we can just pop these in, and we'll just make these pop towards the front. Oh my gosh, so lush and so full, guys. It's gorgeous. I totally cannot wait to see yours you make and try. Make sure you share with us. You know, give us a comment over on the blog if you tried one. We'd love to see it. See what you did, what you make. Share here on our Khalees page or let us know. You can always also send us a picture of your project that you made that you're inspired by to our text list at 832-734-5201 or textkhalees.com. But I cannot wait to see the wreath you make. And when you get ready to hang it up, just take and fluff it. You can, all of this stuff's wired. so you can fluff it out more, separate it out, make it look just perfect for your door. I'll see you next time, Bloomerinos. Have fun with flowers. Make sure you get on our text list so you can know when our class is open and we can invite you to get a spot. Bye, guys.